Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. So today I'm actually filming on the Galaxy Z Fold 5. So this is the phone that I decided to go with. Now, obviously, I'm very excited to not only have this phone, but to be able to actually see what is being recorded while using the main cameras on a phone, which is honestly the first time I've ever been able to do that on a phone. The only other phone that I believe is capable of doing that, where you're able to see what you're filming while on the main cameras, is with the Z Flip 5, but obviously this is the Z Fold 5, so obviously really excited to have this phone. Now I wanted just to talk about so far my experience. I've only had it, honestly, got it around noon, around 1 p.m., so it's been pretty new recently, but there are a lot of kind of things that I've already focused and learned about this device. So first of all, the main screen, the whole concept of folding, I think is incredible. I think it's so innovative. I've constantly spoken about being innovative with other products, and I think this is definitely that one product that is by far the most innovative out of any product, in my opinion. I think the fact that not only do you have a front display, but you also have a foldable phone that has a massive display as well. I believe 7.6 inches is the total dimension in terms of the fold-out display. Is incredible. So already I've been able to watch videos, watch movies, multitask, use the actual web browser when using Chrome or any type of browser as well. It's just been incredible. I'm able to use like Google Maps, which is great, having that full display, which is incredible. DeX support, so obviously I'm able to hook this up to a computer and then use that as a larger monitor. So essentially this is like a computer, which is incredible. And also I've really enjoyed using the front display as well, because a lot of people, and this is going to be my first point, or my second point, is a lot of people when watching reviews said that this front display, right, when it's completely folded, was way too small. I honestly disagree with that. I think it's a great size. I think it fits really well in one hand. I think that's the purpose of it, is that you get that type of you can use one hand and type with your thumb, or you can fold it out and be able to use two hands. So I think that is really innovative, and I think that's super creative as well. I do find myself, when I'm getting phone calls, I'm using that front display, and just if I'm doing something basic, when I watch something really quick, I'm able to use that. But obviously if I am watching videos, if I'm doing something that I'm able to sit down or maybe just feel the need to open up the display, I have that option, and that's amazing that you're able to have those options at any point, at any time. So that's really nice. The next point that I want to go over is the cameras. So again, I think these cameras are incredible. Based on watching a lot of reviews on the S23 Ultra versus the Z Fold 5, I have to say this holds up really, really well. Now obviously you're not going to get the same 200 megapixel camera that's on the S23 Ultra, but you are going to get really good quality. Right now you are seeing 4K 30, and this is not with perfect lighting, so I mean it looks really great, and the fact that I'm able to see the display is even better. The front display that is on when you fold it open is definitely not great, I will be honest with that, but the selfie camera that is on the front of the phone is not too bad. I mean, I don't really take selfie photos. I don't really see a need, and if anything, now I'm able to take selfie photos using better cameras, which I think is incredible. I love that you're able, that you're actually able to see yourself in the front display. I think this is one of my favorite features, especially for a content creator, is that you're able to see yourself having a display. You don't have to go out there and buy an external display. You have it on the phone. I just think that's incredible. So already loving this feature. Is probably my favorite feature so far of the entire phone. Next up, the battery. So I've used this phone honestly probably since 1 p.m. and it's lasted me, I'm still at 40%, so the battery is really, really nice on this camera, or on this device. I think some people obviously are not going to say that it's as good as the S23 Ultra, which is true, but for what this phone is capable of doing, I think it's great. I do think that this phone should have come with a 5000 milliamp, if not larger, battery, but I imagine with the Z Fold 6 that will be something hopefully that comes out with a larger battery. I'm sure they're going to find a way to have a larger battery and fit it somewhere in the phone. The next point that I want to talk about is this does not come with the stylus. It doesn't come with the charger. It doesn't come with the cable. Now, with the charger and cable, I think the reason why a lot of phones are not having that is, one, obviously, I think you have to take into account several factors. One, I think businesses are realizing there's inflation, and I think they're trying to set out the costs by reducing that. Also, the box sizes for a lot of devices are becoming much smaller. That way you can fit more into, large quantities, which I'm sure saves the companies a lot of money. So obviously I do wish that the device came with that, but I sort of understand what they're doing. Now with the S Pen, that is something that I do think this phone should have came with. I do think it would have just been a nice touch to have that. Now, do I think I would have been using it all the time? I'm going to be honest, I don't think so. But I think it would have just been a nice addition to have that. Now, you can use the S Pen with this device, but it does not come with the device like it does with the S23 Ultra, where you're able to insert it into the phone and carry it around. So that's kind of a little thing that I have right there. But for the most part, I think the device itself is just incredible. Like, it's just super innovative. I love that I'm able to like change angles of how I'm doing things. I'm someone who loves watching videos, especially like when I'm eating, so I'm able to fold the phone up, not having to get some type of weird case. I can lay it down, watch videos, which is awesome. Obviously I can see myself when I'm doing that. If I want to read a book, if I want to do multitasking, it is so good on this phone. Able to open up really like 3 apps at the same time and fully, like, there's no lag whatsoever. Download speeds are great. Obviously I have Verizon with this, so getting that whole 5G. This is a 256 gigabyte. I believe it does go up further. I don't know if I'm ever going to surpass that. If I do, I can always get external storage, so that's really not a big deal to me, but I do wish phones had external memory that you could add into it. I think that would be awesome, but whatever, that's another topic. So how did I get this phone? I was able to trade in 2 devices. I had the iPhone 14 Pro and then the iPhone 12 that I was able to trade in towards this device. Now I'm going to be honest, I don't think if I didn't have trade-in towards a phone, I don't think I would have gotten this, primarily for the price. This is an expensive phone. It goes for around $1,700 to $1,800, so that's a lot of money. I'm sure you could get it for a lot cheaper if you went on like Best Buy or Amazon or eBay, but with the trade-in credit I was able to get over $1,000 off of the phone, so it was an incredible price. I was like, I've never seen a phone like this. I want to try it out, and I do have 30 days, so let's say if the phone is like, I'm not really into it, I'll be fine. I also do have protection on it, so I am paying a monthly fee for that. I do think it's worth it, especially for a phone that maybe is larger in size. Obviously, this is kind of, there have been 5 generations of this phone, but also like just to keep yourself protected, especially because of the cost. So that's something that I definitely recommend. Now, I guess what I really like about this phone, I'm going to say what I really like when I really don't. What I really like about this phone is that I just feel like if I were to use one word to describe this phone, it would just be innovation. I just love that. I love that this company, Samsung, decided to really just like make a great phone. I feel like this is a really good phone. I think a lot of people have issues with the front screen, and that's why they give it a not so great review. On Consumer Reports, I believe this has around an 80 something, if not high 70s score. Now they give like the iPhone 14 Pro Max like an 87, so I don't know how like realistic that actually is. But this phone is incredible. So many amazing features. Snapdragon Gen 2, really powerful. Games play smooth. Any type of gestures are incredible. I'm just so excited with this. So yeah, my least favorite feature about the phone, and I just want to be honest because I think that's important if you guys are trying to make the decision to switch over, is I would say, honestly, if I had like a big issue, which I'm really being honest here, I've watched a lot of reviews and I don't have a lot of issues with this phone, but if I were to like pinpoint one thing that I think really could have been improved with this phone, I would probably just say the camera that is like inside when you fold it open. I think it could have been better, but like again, I don't think many people are going to be doing that. In my opinion, I don't really understand why that's like a huge problem for a lot of consumers. And maybe my only other point would be when you do open up the flip phone and you try to type, the way that they've designed the keyboard is you have one side and another, so it's almost like ambidextrous, kind of you're like typing partially at the same time. I think it takes a little bit of getting used to. It's not anything bad by like any means at all. I kind of enjoy it, and it's almost like fun to try to like type that way. But that is something if you have a big issue with like typing, or I don't know. But then again, you can always use the Google Assistant keyboard. There are so many different options, and I think there are ways that you can work around that whole keyboard as well. So again, I'm going to be posting more reviews of this phone, but this is kind of like my first initial Galaxy Z Fold 5 review and thoughts. So let me know in the comments down below. What do you guys think? Are you thinking about getting this phone? Have you already used this phone and maybe you returned it? What are your thoughts? I love hearing and discussing with you guys, so I really appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and have a good day. Peace out. Bye.